Hey, welcome back. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I squeeze in a quick workout, not add it to my day, but fit it within my day. Now, I found some things as a previous business owner, as a clinical manager, as a medical professional, what I have found is that if you can do things and squeeze them within your day instead of adding them to your busy day, you're more likely to get them done. So what I'm going to do now that my adorable baby has fallen asleep on the couch and is just quite cute is I'm going to do a quick workout. So I'm going to show you guys how I do an upper body workout, keep an eye on my kid, and keep it confined to adding it within my day, not adding it to my day. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'll just show you a really quick little image of her just sleeping on the couch there. So once a week I take a picture of her on a white blanket to track her growth every week. So she's 13 weeks old now. Just sleeping, being adorable. All right, so let's do the workout. One sec. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my easy grab and go to workout equipment that I keep right behind my changing station. All right, great. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this yellow band and I'm going to try to do several upper body exercises, and then I'll also try to describe the form. One of the things I am going to show you though is how I modify almost every exercise, never to do anything overhead. Personal preference as a physical therapist, I try not to do very much resisted overhead pressing. Like I said, that's my personal preference based on some things that I know. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it, I'm just saying I don't do it for me, which I'm happy to explain if anybody's curious. But all right, now that my baby's asleep, and I got this band and I can watch her, so belly button to my spine, sternum up, tuck my tailbone, tighten my core, always tightening the core, helping to get that tummy back to where it was, since I got a little bit of ab splitting, because I'm only 13 weeks postpartum. All right, and then I'm going to try to do 10, just very simple, just pull apart exercise. It's actually probably a better angle, huh? So I'm a terrible counter. I'm especially terrible at counting when I am talking. So you're just gonna have to forgive. I may not be great at that. I'm keeping my chest up. I'm trying to keep my back engaged by keeping my shoulder blades back, my tummy tight, my tailbone tucked. And then a real quick transition from going from just a back squeeze to just overhead and then pulling it straight down, almost like a lat pull. Pull it apart as I pull down, same thing, belly button to the spine, shoulder blades back, head level. I'm gonna do about 10 of those. I try to do them in succession, and if you get enough in, you'll actually start to notice that your heart rate might go up, and that is an added bonus. All I'm trying to do in this season of life is stay functionally strong. I'm not trying to get out and go to the gym. All right, next one I'm going to do is just a real quick bicep curl. Now if you get real excited and you want to add a balance challenge to it, you do a bicep curl on one leg. Now I like that for me personally, because I think that practicing balance, or whenever you can sneak balance in, is always really, really important, because losing balance is one of those things that just kind of sneaks up on you. So the more often you can do things on one leg is good. Again, I'm keeping my shoulder blades back, my chest up, my tummy tight, my tailbone tucked underneath me to keep a nice flat back. And I do this until I start to feel a little bit of fatigue. If it's not hard enough, I just add another little loop around my hands. And then to keep it symmetrical, always balance on each leg. Watching my cute baby to see if she starts to wake up. Not yet. All right. Doing a tricep extension. Now, the way I've seen a lot of people do tricep extensions, and this is fine, like I said, for some people, is that they prefer to pull up. I'm not a pull upper. I prefer not to have my shoulders. You can see I'm a little bit weak here. So I'm going to do a little bit of shaking, so this is a good exercise. So I'm stepping back on the band, I'm pulling my belly button to my spine, keeping my chest up, I've got the band over my shoulders, and I'm just straightening my arms for a nice tricep workout. I like not having my hands overhead while I'm doing this, because if I had had some sort of compromise in my shoulder joint, that could make it more inflamed, and this will just keep it nice and safe. I try to do 10 each of these. I've lost count. And then you just start over. So my baby's still sleeping, so I can do it again. So belly button to my spine, just pulling straight back. Doing about 10. Pulling it down, bending my back. I don't think that was 10, I think I was more like 7 of that one, but that's okay. And then, not balancing this time, belly button my spine, just getting the bicep curl in there. So I've gotten 2 back exercises, a bicep exercise, and a tricep exercise. Now if I got real excited, I could do a chest exercise too by doing push-ups, like right in between, just do a push-up in between any of these. Quick transition, belly button to my spine, over the shoulders, and try to squeeze 10 of them in there. So my goal, like I said, with this sort of a thing before, is I don't try to get all of my reps in at one time. The cumulative effective exercise also counts. So I might get 2 sets of 10 of these in, but later today when I can squeeze it in, I'll try to do another set and another set and another set. So my goal each day is to try to do 5 sets of 10 of something that I can do really quickly and easily. I always hide some sort of exercise equipment somewhere in the house. This happens to be my yellow band, pretty cheap, and that I got around the leg band I'm not going to use right now. I keep those tucked in behind my baby changing station because I'm always at my baby changing station. So if for some reason my kiddo falls asleep, or she's particularly engrossed in looking at one of those black and white cards or a color card on the changing station, and I can stand there, keep an eye on her, and bust out 10 of a few exercises, I'm going to do it. And that's how I add my exercises in within my day, not add it to my day. A really quick story is that when I was full-time treating, I can't tell you how many times I would have patients tell me, Andrea, I don't have time to do my exercises. And I would say, well, explain that to me. And they'd say how busy they were. You know, they've got kids and work and sports and, you know, just name it. Just like many of us do, we just have so many things going on. How are we supposed to also add in 20 or 30 minutes of exercise when we barely have 20 or 30 minutes to, I don't know, think or sit down or do anything? So that's when I try to tell people, okay, don't try to get all your exercises done at once. Try not to add them to your day if it's not going to work for you to get up earlier in the morning or stay up later at night. What I'm going to recommend is try to add them within your day. So what are the things that you do every day that offers you maybe a couple of minutes to maybe bust out a couple exercises? For me, it's whenever I'm changing my daughter, it's after she's taken a nap. It's just these little moments. It's when my other daughter is like independently playing, but she wants me in the room. I will literally do exercises with her, and sometimes she'll participate with me or not. So I'd love your feedback. Hope you have a great day. Take great care. Bye. Oh, and I hope you found this helpful and useful and at least somewhat entertaining. Okay, bye.